There you go. Okay, and then the middle one. Yep, and then could you go ahead and hit that top right one? You go ahead and hit that for us. Thanks. Beans from the start. Morning, everybody. How y'all doing? We're doing the early beans. We're just starting with beans, getting those out of the way. We're doing that just because it's not that it's gonna be a short stream. It's just not gonna be.
It cannot be a long.
Cannot be a long stream. I have a doctor's appointment in a little bit, so I'm setting a fairly hard cutoff to like 9:50, and that's the plan. It's to stream until 9:50, and then stop it. So I was like, we'll do the beans right at the beginning because I don't want to get to like 9:50 and then be like, oh, I forgot. So I remember now, and I figured let's do it. Also, there's train.
Morning train.
Beep beep.
Coffee.
Thank you. We've been up. We woke up at 5, so we've been up a while.
Savor the fresh-baked goodness of Tiny Eddie's Cocoa Brownie Squares.
So brownies.
So extra chocolate brownies.
Eddie did good. 1,000 from Neji10 Forever 67. Tiny Eddie, do you have a treat for my dog?
No, don't give them that.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, Eddie, you did it good. It's like, but it's for my dog, and I'm like, oh, you did it bad. I thought we yeah, there's a twist. The monkey's paw curls. You can have a real Tiny Eddie food. Oh, good. It's for a dog. Oh, no! Anyway, we got up at 5. Because we went to bed, like, right before 10 p.m. So we went to bed pretty early. And then I woke up around 5, and I could tell Mal was up, and I was like, you want to get up?
Kepler was up.
Kepler was up.
Now Kepler is not up.
And I was like, do you want to, like, get up? And Mal was like, yeah. So we got up, and we made eggs and toast and hash browns. And we sat and just watched the news and watched the sun come up. So it's nice. We've actually been up a while. It's a little weird being up before breakfast stream, though. Like, I like getting up in the mornings, but I want to do it on, like, not Tuesdays and Thursdays because it's weird.
Coffee.
It's, like, super weird. But still nice. We got 5 subs from Mark from Vermont. To Damrell, Divine, Temp, Kidsempt, Neji10, Forever 67, Mikey DCT, and Retro Remedies. Mark, thank you. 25 months from Rackbell216. A subscription from Silver Striker. Welcome.
Welcome.
41 months from Mech Mayhem. 20 months from Arpega. 12 months from Just Call Me Jeff. Congrats on the one. 27 months from NG Bin. 33 months from Sir Danny 01. 8 months from Hero Protagonist. 10 months from Master Wabbit. 25 months from Jared Dillon. 23 months from Josh R2D2. 17 months from Jules Croissant, 23 months from Humbology, 39 months from Quack Team James, 23 months from Shadowlance, 23 months from Trent 2L, 38 months from Mr. Viperfang, 41 from Cobalt Custard, 20 from Grandson Brambo, 14 from Ryan T64, Omega Kaylee gifted to sub to Wintermore, 31 months from Somber Mink, 16 months from Quo and the Stars. There's a lot of resubscriptions this morning.
Yeah.
That's a fair bit of resubscriptions. Thank you all. We had 500 bits from Raven Bear. Says, morning. I want to take a moment to thank this amazing community. I came out as trans at work, finally. And none of this would have happened without Astronagats. Love you all. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Well, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
I know that... Ska. It's a well-timed alert. I know that having the courage to do that, like building up the courage to do that, is a process, and I'm just grateful that we have a place that provides encouragement to people. You know what I mean? And just like helps them, I guess, to some extent. And this will sound like a marketing term, but live their best life sounds like something that you would put on a box. But you know what I mean, for lack of better words. I do. I love the community, and they're very supportive, which is great.
Head to the skate park and get Tiny Eddie's iced saucy salad and brisket chugs.
Salad and brisket is a thing. Also,
Iced saucy.
iced saucy salad. Well, I mean, salad to an extent is like, it's cold. I don't know that I would qualify that necessarily as iced, and it's saucy because you put sauce on. It's not sauce, it's salad dressing. But what is salad dressing other than a sauce? The biggest question in all of this is why on earth are you getting this at the skate park?
Food truck.
That's a good answer. That was 1,000 from Aldo says, Minute Edward, what snack goes best with early beans? Man, if you're eating salad, brisket, and beans in the morning, you're going to have a bad afternoon. Don't do that. That's not... There are some foods that, honestly, they probably shouldn't even be consumed on their own, let alone with other foods. 41 months from Spiffla. 300 bits from Summer Centra says, morning. Today I've taken a neuropsychological test with a psychologist, and apparently I scored better than 98% of people, and I have an IQ of 134. I did not expect this. I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. I took a test yesterday.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same kind of test, but I took a test. I'm going to be talking about this later on, and I want to give a fair warning that it might be a while before I talk about the full extent of this, because so for those who are not aware, we went to Charleston. I went to Charleston because I went to MUSC to see a neurologist about a thing that I have experienced in the past, and I hate even talking about it, because when you give that much information, everyone's like, are you okay? And all you can really say is like, yeah. And there's not going to be any new information for like a while, because I have to do like some tests and stuff to make sure everything is cool. And I don't really want to talk about things until like I have like all the knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nothing I think to worry about.
No, definitely not.
From what I can tell, nothing to worry about. And even what the doctor said, it's like not really probably anything to worry about. But I don't want to talk about it until like I know exactly what it is. Then when I know what it is, I can be like, hey, look at this thing that it is.
It's actually something we've been trying to do for 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually had a doctor's appointment in 2020. And then there was a pandemic. You may have heard about it. And then, we kept pushing it back and back and back. And I finally got to go. So I got to go yesterday. So I took a test, but it was like walking in a straight line. Felt like a sobriety test.
It kind of was.
Anyway, more on that possibly like later this year. It's unfortunate that it might take that long, but it might. 100 bits from Ange, man.
Power your body and mind with Tiny Eddie's abandoned camel cream sausages.
Oh, I don't like abandoned camels. That's from Leaf says, all right, Eddie, I need a good luck snack for my new job interview this week. What you got? Also, hope everyone has a good day today. Well, good luck on your job interview. Good vibes. Do consider taking, especially if you're doing a face-to-face interview with somebody, offer them a snack. And if you're going to bother offering them a snack, have you considered taking abandoned those are dead camels, and filling them full of cream sausages. Oh, it didn't get better. Filling them full of cream. Oh, that's bad. Maybe the next word will save you. Sausages. Nope. Sure
Could
didn't.
you make sausages out of camel?
Oh, absolutely. You can make sausage out of anything.
So, like cream.
Ask me how I know. What?
I'm thinking like a Cadbury cream egg of sausage.
I stop. No. No. Can you imagine a Kinder Egg, but it's sausage? No. No. I'm imagining a sketch now where someone has like an egg, like an eggshell. They pull them out of the fridge. They go to crack it, and it's just meat. We have things to read. 100 bits from Dark Sprite. 19 months from Captain McKitty. 14 from Nomi Bookworm 1984. 26 months from Soccer Celica. 14 from Never Challenge a Chat. 30 from Ambi Walsh that says, taking today off work with a headache. Good luck to everyone trying to make a difference in this world. May it be the difference you want, because the law of unintended consequences has not been repealed. Sorry you have a headache. That sucks. Especially because that can just greatly hinder your ability to do things, as is evidenced by the fact that you took the day off work. My heart goes out to everyone that deals with headaches regularly. That has been, fortunately, something I've largely been able to avoid for a portion of my life. Not all my life, but a portion of my life. 34 months from Wildfire972. JD in 1997 gifts a sub to Lone Wolf 042. Got 23 months from Juliet27. 101 bits from Caber29. 41 months from Space Vixen Music. 300 from Platinum Pikachu says, don't mind me, I'm just adding some ska to the high P train. It was a well-timed ska. For all the wrong reasons. 17 months from Line Rider. 300 from Squid says, oh boy, a hype train made of milk and honey.
Coffee!
I feel like that would fall apart. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I got a new cereal to try. It's not a new cereal. Like, it's not new as in the sense of, like, it's new. It's old.
You just haven't had
I've just never had it before. We were at the store, and I've talked before, I only buy my cereals based on what's on sale. Because cereal's too expensive. Why is cereal so expensive? It shouldn't be that expensive. I have opinions about how much it should cost to make a cereal. Anyway, I only buy the cereals on sale. And this one was on sale, and I was like, I've never had that. So I bought it. I forget what it's called.
Honey O's?
Is that the name of it?
Both cereals you bought were like O's, and one of them was Oreo O's.
Having an O week. Cream sausages. Are they called Oreo O's, or are they just Oreo cereal?
Oreo O's.
Wouldn't Oreo O's be Oreos?
Were you unsupervised in the cereal aisle again?
Also, shout out to anyone this is their first breakfast stream. Great introduction to what this is at all times. So anyway, the cereal I got, which is called Nut... What's it called? Nut-O's? O-Nuts?
Honey.
Honey Nut O's? Is nuts not in it, is it?
Are you thinking of Cheerios?
I'm thinking of something else. Honey Nut Cream Sausage. You'll say, oh! So anyway... we,
Keep going.
So anyway, we got the cereal, and I bought cereal specifically because we had milk. We either bought milk or we had milk at home. We had milk, and we got the cereal home, and it was like a few days later. I was like, oh, I'm gonna, I've had the Oreos before. And I didn't need to try those on stream. It's been like 20 years, but I was like, I'll have some of those. So I was like, well, let me make sure the milk's okay. So I opened up the milk, and I smelled the milk, and I was like, oh, that milk is not okay. And we probably only had about a third of it left, but it was just not. It was not okay. And Mal was like, aren't you gonna have cereal? And I said, the milk's not okay. And she goes, what do you mean the milk's not okay? I said. So I just spelled the milk. I said, it's not okay. She goes, no, it's It's fine. I said, no, it's definitely not fine. She goes, please tell me the milk's fine. I was like, why? She said, I just made a chai latte. And I was like, oh no. I said, you need to smell them. She's like, I smelled it in the cup. It smelled fine in the cup. I was like, it don't smell fine in the jug. Anyway, you're fine. You're fine. Long story short, I haven't tried the nut-O's. The O's. Honey O's.
The best way to start your tea time. Tiny Eddie's strong sausage and sausage brittle.
Why so much sausage?
This is the cereal.
Honey Graham O's. Or is that just like the UK version or something?
It's just...
Honey O's.
They're just Honey O's.
I'm going to try them at some point. That was 1,000 Bits from Radio Dread. Says Tiny Eddie, what's the ooh cereal Steven keeps talking about? It probably is not strong sausage. A nice...
Strong, brittle, you know.
Well, brittle is hard. Like...
Brittle is
I
fragile.
don't know why I did that. That hurt a lot. What's fragile, but it's you know, a nice firm, hard sausage. With some cream. And some nuts. I'm a bit delayed, but please think about the new cereal made called nut-O's. If you want some cereal, you should try nut-O's. If you give them to all of your fun foes, they will say, oh, well now we'll be your best friend, and then you will all enjoy nuts until the end. Nut-O's make some friends. That's the slogan. Nut-O's make some friends. Somehow I blame Thomas. I don't even think Thomas had anything to do with this, but I just blame him. I feel like somehow...
It's his new emotes.
That must be it. Renee says, I don't want those kind of friends. There's a very specific energy. I need to take the energy and go this way. Because this is like where we're going. I'm like, no, we got to turn off. We got to get off of this intersection. This what do they call it when you're on a road and there's a swerve?
A U-turn?
No. When you're on the
Interchange?
big road.
The highway?
When you're on the highway and you do a swoop.
Exit road?
Exit. That's it. Thank you. I mean, you could...
Are you thinking of like the cloverleaf?
No, I was just thinking of exit. Off-ramp. I think I was looking for off-ramp. Jared Scott. It's off-ramp. But exit will work too. But also, you could call it swoop on the big road. And everybody knows what you're talking about. That was 6,000 Mr. Game Boy. There's your cereal about nut-O's. In my head, it was nut-O's, but I realize now that word is honey. Honey-O's. It's fine. 6 months from Victoria, $14.99. 20 months from Skannork. 41 months at Tier 2. Gold Toast from Drek. Dorina from Trademark 13 says, I had a dream last night I wanted to share with you. We were playing a Zelda game, one of my own design. Looked like a combination of Breath of the Wild and Wind Waker. Anyways, I posed the question, what is everyone's favorite Zelda game? Mal picked Undying. Everyone laughed, and I woke up. What is your favorite Zelda game? Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Do you like Twilight Princess more than Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Probably because it's a Zelda game, as opposed to Breath of the Wild, which is
the dungeons are like dungeons and puzzly, and that's not really... Breath of the Wild has that broken up into smaller pieces with the shrines.
Yeah, and most of them are easy. Yeah. And because you're only doing one thing at a time, your brain never truly engages into dungeon mode.
Yes.
You know, in all the other Zelda games, when you go into a dungeon, your brain is like, I'm in dungeon mode. And there's going to be some combat, but there's a lot of like puzzle solving. And as a result, Breath of the Wild feels completely different. But as someone who generally like struggles with it, you know. No. KT the Wild says, "Oh God, not the true Zelda thing again." No. It's a Zelda game. I'm not saying it's not a Zelda game, but I
just prefer puzzles.
But it breaks away in huge fashion from the rest of the series in formula. I mean, that can't be argued. That's just the way it is. It has all of the other necessities of a Zelda game, but the dungeon stuff is completely different. in a way that I prefer. To be honest.
Yeah, you prefer Breath of the Wild.
In a way that I prefer. And I think the reason I prefer it is because I don't do so well with puzzles. So, I mean, you do have, what are they? The machines, elephant machine. Guardians? Is that what they were called?
No, Guardians are the...
Divine Beasts. That was close. So those things, like, those are, like,
yeah,
full dungeons.
those were my favorite parts of Breath of the Wild.
Because you like that. Well, that explains why you like Twilight Princess so much. Yeah. We got 8 months from Svandera. 4 months from Flip Bentel. 500 Gamer Girl Life. Morning, Stephen and Mel. Hope you're staying warm. It's currently 3 degrees, feeling like negative 13 here in Wisconsin. I plan on sending mail to you both. Please stay warm. Well, it sounds like you need to stay warm. Because that's
Carly
cold.
said it was real cold in Minnesota.
It was, so we ended up not losing power. Because the last stream we did was on Friday. We were worried we were going to lose power. We didn't lose power.
It changed to sleet earlier than they expected, so we
Which
didn't get
was
as
really
much
good.
freezing rain, and that's the heavy stuff that'll take down power lines.
But we have renewed fears that we could be looking at
more ice.
Ice again. And it's going to be Friday again, isn't it?
It is going to be Friday again.
I wish this stuff would happen, like, not on Friday. That would be convenient. That would be convenient. Yeah, everyone stay warm. Because, like, it's been a little chilly here. It's starting to finally warm up a little bit more.
We were talking on Saturday about this, about how humid it is when it's cold here.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is weird for people who haven't experienced that.
Yeah.
Because you don't associate them together.
Well, we've also explained that over the years on vlogs and streams, and, you know, some people get it and some people just don't.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you talk about temperature in the respect of, oh, it's, you know, it's, what's a temperature do we find cold that people find ridiculous? I don't know, 40?
Yeah.
You know, some people that are in colder, you know, temperatures, Brandon came up with the same number. 40 is a good example. 40 is a good example of, like, people that are in colder climates. 40 may even be warm, you know, compared to what they deal with. But here, with, you know, 90 or 100% humidity, 40 is insane. Like, 40 chills you to the bone. So it's just a really different experience. You know, it can't be necessarily equated, basically. It's similar to how whenever we went to the desert, we went to Las Vegas, it was like over 100 degrees. And it was fine.
Yeah. And
it was so bizarre walking around in, you know, 100 plus degree weather, and I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
It was there was a completely dry heat, and I was like, this doesn't bother me at all. It was weird. It's a really weird, really weird experience and realization that, you know, humidity is kind of crappy. It's kind of a crappy experience. 32 months from Galactic Remix. 16 months from Lilac Oligochi. 300 from Goldmage. Tadpole shrimp are an ancient group of non-decapod shrimp who haven't changed much since the Triassic. They have a short lifespan, preying on fish in temporary pools. I like the name Tadpole shrimp. It sounds like the concept that the Pokemon would be based off of.
Yeah.
And it actually just makes me think of, what's the little shrimp? The opposite of the jumbo shrimp. There's a name for him.
Tiny shrimp?
Popcorn shrimp. Got there. I kept thinking mini shrimp. Mini shrimp. And I was like, no. No, there's a
shrimp.
Popcorn shrimp. What other things do we apply popcorn with? Chicken and shrimp, is that it?
Popcorn.
Yes. Like, obviously. But, I mean, is there something other than chicken or shrimp that we associate, that we call popcorn thing? Because now I'm really curious. Popcorn beef. No, popcorn butter? What? No, that's not real. No.
Popcorn ceiling.
I'm pretty sure it's just shrimp and chicken. How weird is that? Why did we decide that small pieces of chicken and small shrimp were popcorn.
They're popcorn shaped and sized.
They're not popcorn. First off, popcorn chicken is just chicken nuggets. Why not call them chicken nuggets?
They're smaller than chicken nuggets, and they're not.
Call them
like,
tiny chicken
flat.
Nuggets. I'm just, I just think it's weird.
Chicken nuggets aren't slices of chicken fried like popcorn chicken. Chicken nuggets are ground up chicken formed into a patty and fried.
Thomas says this is why you aren't in marketing. Well, my question is just like, why is it just those two things? Why can't there be other things?
No one's made them yet. Start making them.
Well, what would you make? Like, if you don't do chicken or shrimp, what is the next thing that, like, that could be tiny, bite size, and, So okay, quick example. When I was a kid, this is going to be a big throwback for some of you. Our Walmart had a radio grill. I think it was called Radio Grill.
Yeah, they were called Radio Grill.
So it was like not a Subway, not a McDonald's. It was like Walmart's weird thing. It was a Radio
Cafe.
Grill. Yeah, the little cafe in the back of the store. And I would...
Back of the store because one of the Walmarts puts it in the back of the store, and there's currently a Subway there now in the back of the store, which is super weird.
So... Anyway, a lot of times, we would go shopping, me and my parents, and like, I don't know, Walmart was always an event. I don't know why. Like, you went to the Walmart, you were there for at least an hour. Was that everyone else's experience? We went to the Walmart, we were there for a long time. So, like, it would either end up with me, like, sitting in standing in the electronics and playing whatever game forever, or oftentimes I would go into the Radio Grill and I would get, I think it was like $1, and you got, it was like a cup of popcorn chicken. They still do
that in the deli.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would do that. But my question is, what other foods would you go to, like a little cafe place and be like, oh, give me the popcorn blank? Maybe Eddie has it.
Kids and cats all go wild for Tiny Eddie's fudge and pecan tinfoil cupcakes.
1,000 bits from It Me Pat. It says, Popcorn Eddie? Popcorn cupcakes? Fudge and pecan.
My least favorite part of that is tinfoil.
Well, that doesn't necessarily have to be in the batter. It might be, but it could just be like it's covering it. Doesn't seem like it needs to be in the name, but you never know. Popcorn cupcakes are just smaller cupcakes.
Camden says popcorn cheese is cheese curds.
Stop arguing and start snacking with Tiny Eddie's double cloud kebab squares.
Oh. That was from Belief. Says, all right, Tiny Eddie, what new popcorn food do you have? Double cloud kebab square. I mean, a kebab, the food on a kebab
is bite size.
So that's
most
actually
of the time.
Generally. So that's not like a huge thing. Like that's a pretty close. But again, we have names for this. And even going back to cheese curds, we have a name for that. We decided not to call it popcorn cheese. Popcorn cheese would have been a great name for it. But we don't.
I mean, cheese curds by themselves are not fried. They're squeaky cheese.
Yeah.
But if you fry them, they are fried cheese curds.
Lane Land says popcorn water is an ice cube. I don't know. I'm waiting to see something on a menu somewhere that's like popcorn blah and be like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. Yeah, okay. It's true. We have popcorn ceilings. Yeah, but I was thinking more along the lines of food specifically. So, although we do use the word popcorn for ceilings, which is strange.
It's the texture.
I know it's the texture, but I don't like it. Vagabond says, I could only find popcorn salmon. I'm surprised you found popcorn salmon. Because I have never heard of that.
I've seen, like,
I would eat that.
Fish, like, bites fried.
Yeah,
that would be the same idea.
It's usually,
tilapia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been places before where they had, like, tilapia bites.
Gator bites?
Gator bites. That's popcorn gator. It is. That's popcorn gator right there. I tell you one thing, that's popcorn gator right there. Anyway, I haven't had Gator in a while.
I know.
I want some Gator. 21 months from Forwolf. 38 months from Zara. And 12 months from Dupidius Bidoof. 40 months from Mr. Incredible Nooblord. 3 months from Zach Lumberjack. 300 bits from Satsy. It says, so I've had one heck of a Techo kerfuffle. I now have 2 days free, and the typical one I didn't realize I had. So I spent a few days filling in January using Twitter and invoices because who remembers things? Also, I have a sore throat, blah. I hope you get feeling better, because sore throats, they suck.
Yeah.
I think the worst part of a sore throat is that you never know what it is. Because sore throats can run the gamut of, oh, I'm about to be terribly ill, or I slept with my mouth open.
And it was dry.
And like, so there's mornings I wake up and I'm like, oh God, what does it mean? Am I about to come down with something, or did I just sleep funny? I hate that. Mao, there's times Mao goes a while without writing in the Techo and then like catches up. So.
Well, what I did is I had a hard time after surgery writing.
Yeah.
Because I physically couldn't like sit at my desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I entered entries into my phone for almost 2 months, November and December, and then it started to get to be the end of the year, and I was like, oh, I'll start writing these out now. And I was like, I gotta finish this because I switch pen ink colors every year. And it's like, I gotta switch to purple. I gotta finish writing all the blue entries for 2021.
Do you realize that next week it will have been 3 months from your surgery?
Yeah, halfway.
That's wild. That's exciting too.
Look, I didn't take my planner to Charleston yesterday. Well, Sunday when we went down.
Wait a minute, have we been doing the math wrong?
What? November, December, January, February.
No. So it's supposed to be 6 months.
March, April, May.
We've been
doing the math wrong.
We've been doing the math wrong.
We've been saying April, it's May.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we have been. You're not fully recovered until May. You can't exercise until May. Oh. I just realized, I was like, because your surgery was at the start of November. So November is that full month of November, December, January, February, March. Wait.
November to December, December to January, January to February, February to March, March to April,
April to May. Okay. I like how I figured it out, and then when I went...
You held up 2 fingers.
Did I? Oh, God. I would be a terrible cashier. Oh, I would get taken advantage of all the time. They'd be like, I gave you a 20. I'd be like, you did?
To be fair, I feel like I could do whatever I wanted right now, but I was told to wait. So I am.
Yeah. Although you can lift more than
10 pounds.
10 pounds now.
Yeah.
We haven't tested what you can...
No. I don't want to push it.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
either.
I lift up Kepler just fine, and I carried my backpack all weekend.
There's also nothing for you to lift.
Yeah.
Like, what would you lift?
I lifted the steel the other day.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay, that's the heaviest thing in your normal life that you would need to lift. It's 25 pounds.
Yeah.
What on earth would you lift that's more than 20? There's nothing to lift around here. What are you going to lift? Nothing. And, like, for me, I don't lift nothing.
What you need to lift the easel. I walk it normally. Like, I'll lean it on one end and then, like, set the other end and, like, walk it.
I'm not even sure how heavy that easel is.
I don't know. It's not that heavy, though.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that heavy.
No, because, like, I can lift it.
I don't know that it's heavier than the steel. I don't know.
How heavy is the paint water bucket? It's a pound, or not a pound. It's a gallon bucket. So it's a gallon of water, whatever that weighs.
I mean, a gallon of water is pretty heavy.
Not that heavy, though.
A gallon of water is probably about, like, 9 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you could carry several gallons of water, but it would be hard. It would be very difficult to move it around. Anyway, 4 months from Morgan G. White. And 396 bits from Radio Dread says, been a while since I summoned a clown. Which clown, though? That is the mystery. Oh, the other thing that we unveiled, was it this last Friday or was it it might have been 2 Fridays ago. I can't remember now. I guess it was 2 Fridays ago. If folks haven't seen it, there's now an entire guide to the alerts. Chaz wrote up a guide to explain alerts because...
The guide's real good.
It is really good. It's a really good guide because at this point, you know, if you've been here since the very beginning and you watch a majority of the streams, then you're probably fairly familiar with how things work. But it's now complex enough to the point that, like, if you're new, our Twitch stream must feel like a completely different world because there's so much weird stuff. Like, the alerts happen at different intervals. There's keywords to, like, trigger certain things. Certain alerts only happen during certain streams. So, like Eddie comes up on his own on breakfast stream at 1,000, but can still be triggered on non-breakfast streams if you use the word Eddie. So, like, there's all these, like, little things, and people that have been watching a long time just kind of, like, learn to intrinsically know it. But if you don't, it's like, you really need a guide. Spiffle says, the first stream of yours that my boyfriend watched was the first day of Let's Go, and I had to explain like 15 things. Yeah. So it was time for it, and Pokemon was a great time to do it because the Pokemon alerts, if you're new, are like what's happening.
Yeah.
So those combined with all the other alerts, it's nice that we finally have that. So if you ever see anyone in chat that is like, what is this? Like, what's happening? You can just pull up the alerts thing. Yeah, alerts them to what's going on, and then they can, you know, read as much of that as they want and be like, oh, I understand now. Or, oh, I'm more confused. But Chaz did a good job writing it. I think it explains, like, what's going on. And we'll try and remember to keep it updated as even more bizarre nonsense gets added. Ranger said, there's a WoW alert? What? Now I feel like I've got to go through some of the ones I don't recognize. So that's the other thing. Even if you've been here for most streams, a lot of alerts are at, like, it's like one specific stream that an alert gets added. So if you miss, like, that one stream, you may not even know that there's certain alerts that exist. So... yeah, and most of the offshoots of stuff I think started with Mummy. Maybe there was another one before that.
I don't remember.
Everything is bizarre. 19 months from Anindawin. Thank you. Appreciate it. We've also had some alerts that were very specifically. He's really snoring. Very specifically tied to, like, certain streams and certain games.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we only did the one Game Builder Garage stream, but, like, that stream had, like, alerts that were tied just... It was Bob? I think it was Bob, yeah. So it was, like, tied to that very specific stream, and then that was it. So, shout out to Bob.
Mom Spaghetti.
And also, shout out to the M&M alert from the Reload. Mom Spaghetti. Speaking of Mom Spaghetti, it's a really terrible segue. Game Builder Garage is back on the channel. I got that recorded again, which is going to lead people to wondering when First 20 is. And I'm going to say maybe tomorrow. And I wish that I could just be like, it's today. It's not. It's definitely not. Just because I have a doctor's appointment. I'm still super tired. And I was actually doing okay on sleep. Things had been going really good, but then I ended up not sleeping very well in Charleston.
Made of milk and honey.
So hopefully it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if it's not tomorrow, it'll be... I do supplied 2 different games that I'm planning on playing. I will do this. I promise I will do it. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. It might be tomorrow, and if it's not tomorrow, then it'll be
there
next
we go.
week. But I'm getting to it. One of the things I had to do, which was something I hadn't thought of, but I needed to do because I didn't have, is I had to get a wireless mouse because
Have you tried that yet?
no, I haven't opened it yet. I had to get a wireless mouse because I have been doing the first 20s from the couch, which I like. And it's fine if I'm playing with a gamepad, but if there's games I'm going to do that require a mouse and keyboard, I was like, oh crap, I don't have a wireless mouse, so I need to figure that out. Like, I have this, but you can't play it. You can't play a video game with this. How would you do that? I mean, Lindsay has played video games with a trackpad, and Haley loses her mind. It's not very ergonomic. So I got the wireless mouse I have to try. And I didn't want anything really fancy. I wanted to try and find like kind of one of the cheapest ones I could get, just because I don't do a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't do a lot of PC gaming, because generally the most I do is occasionally will cover a mouse and keyboard game, on first 20, and that's it. So I just got like a little one. I don't think it has RGB lights. But who knows? That's one of the weirdest things about the Streambox, is that because everything now has to be gamer, it's like decked out in all these lights, and I'm like, okay.
They're kind of hypnotizing. I can see them.
And you can and
sometimes I catch myself staring at them during stream.
There's an app. There's an app where you can change all of the stuff about it. Mm-hmm. And when I first got it out of the box, it's like 3 big fans. The first thing I said, I was like, if I can't make that look like a traffic light, I'm going to be so upset.
Oh boy!
And I haven't tried yet. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But that's what I really need to do that. I need to just set it up so it looks like a traffic light. Then I'll be happy. 39 months from the Chemist 2020. 3 bits from Mr. Incredible Nude Lord says, so I've been meaning to ask, and it might have been answered already, but will there ever be more 1,000 Black White cards on Stephen and Friends? I noticed there hasn't been an episode in over a year. We also just noticed that. We took inventory of all of the Stephen and Friends videos we released in 2021, and the most by a large margin was Jackbox. Mostly because...
it's easy.
No, mostly because the Extra Life from like 2020...
okay.
And Extra Life 2021, we did those Jackbox events. A lot of that came out in 2021, so there was a lot of Jackbox on the channel. But we noticed that we didn't do any blank white cards, so we want to. We just haven't gotten around to it. I would really like to this is my formal thing to Chaz. Chaz, we should do another one. We should do it. I have to ask Chaz because Chaz is the one that has all of the cards. So like Chaz has to run the game, Chaz has to be there. But we should do another one. It's been a year. It's time. 40 Bits from Radio Dread says this is still one of my more recent faves though. Sugar's good. I still think Sugar's too long of an alert, but it's good. Mr. Incredible Nude Lord gifted a tier 2 sub to Drax the Phoenix. Bulbasaur. Leaf 473 gifted sub to Scrumphed. 17 months from Niza Luca. 3 Bits of Nunchus that says, this stream was my intro to Twitch, and now I've yet to encounter anything remotely similar outside of this little world. Can only imagine how wild it must be the other way around. Also Sugar. I mean, it's true. I don't spend a whole lot of time watching other Twitch streams, but occasionally I will, like, just from the homepage, just like see what people are watching, what those streams look like, and the amount of people, like big streams, that use like the default Streamlabs alerts and sounds is surprising to me. It's extremely surprising. Like there's like, 10,000 people watching a stream, and bits get sent in, and it's like that, and I'm like, really? Really? Okay. everyone's got different priorities, you know. For us, I think it's just been really fun to experiment, and because we have Chaz who can do all this programming stuff on the back end, it gives us an incentive to try stuff. So it's fun. Timed that well.
I'm so jacked up on America. Any of you boys mind if I recite the Constitution?
Sure. Man, go ahead on, man.
We the people.
That is such a long alert.
That's still there.
That is such a long alert. Holy crap.
You made it.
I vaguely remember it. I vaguely remember it. That was added for like a July 4th stream. Wow. That's from Aldo. Says, I don't remember what this is. Let's find out. It's 1776 bits, and it's Dale Gribble going on and on about... That was... So, to give a perspective of how old that is a super, super early alert. Like a super, 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 super early alert. Anyway. 347 bits from Rearward Drake says, could I get smooth vibes? My second semester of college just started, and hoping this one can be fairly smooth. Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes.
I hope everyone's college experience goes as smooth as possible. Education just in general is, in the last 2 years, it's just a rocky experience, and I can't imagine doing schooling right now, but my heart goes out to everyone that is, and I wish you all well. Oh, and 300 bits from management says 5-minute warning, which at this point I guess is like a 4-minute warning. Okay, we should probably start telling folks
3-minute warning.
What's going on today. It's a Tuesday, and as we've established, Tuesdays are Skyrim days. Skyrim. So Skyrim highlights. Check that out. That'll be out today at noon. Otherwise, I'll probably be able to get some more vlog stuff out today, I would hope. I'm slowly closing the gap.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
I like how that's still around. These are like really, really secret alerts. They're here if you know about them. And I guess now they're on the sheet. I wish tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'd love to have another Christmas come up so soon. That was 12/23 from the Leaf. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'd been doing pretty good about catching up on vlogs, and then we had to go to Charleston, but I'm still working on it. So.
Yeah. You can just let it play and not do that.
I can't not do it along with it. It feels wrong. It feels like I'm supposed to. Anyway, there's 1400 from Space Vixen Music. It's been a while since I heard it. Does the glitched raisin toast alert still work? It does. It's still in there. At some point, we might switch some stuff out. Tomorrow's Christmas. Raisin toast at Waffle House. The Tomorrow's Christmas one is really good. That one was my idea. Oh, well, Tomorrow's Christmas Eve was also my idea to add, but I made the thing for Tomorrow's Christmas Eve when it was the 23rd as a joke, and then I was like, wait, hold on, and I sent that one, the 12/24 to Chaz. I was like, this is very funny. I don't know if anyone will find this. This just brings me joy. Anyway, 12/24 from Aldo and 1500 from Raiders, who says, and the regular one. And it's such a rich history. There's like.
It is a history.
Like when you've done this for over 3 years, like there's all sorts of little like things that you do, and then things change over time and get shifted around. It's kind of neat that some of the stuff is like still in here, and at some point maybe it'll change, but until then it's just like old historic cruft that's like built up that maybe we'll replace it someday. Okay, and it's like time to end. So, thanks for being here. On Thursday, we'll be back. And, you know, I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to do a first 20 stream tomorrow. It's going to depend largely on if I can get things set up, because I still have to set things up on the Streambox side for first 20 and make sure that everything's working. If I can get that set in time for tomorrow, then I will possibly do it tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll set it up over this weekend and get it ready for next week. It feels like one thing after another. Okay, y'all have a good day. Oh, he was on my lap the entire stream.
Oh, except for like the 1 minute I held him. And then he crawled back into your lap.
Oh, I don't even remember that happening. Y'all have a good one. We will see.
Doop, doop, doop.
You gonna work now? I don't think I even shocked it. We will see y'all on Thursday for another breakfast stream. Actually, in an interest of time, I'm gonna do the dome now, and let's do
Popcorn.
popcorn dome or thunder nut. Oh, hold on.
From our Montana fjords to your doorstep, Tiny Eddie's brown hang glider slices.
Ugh. From Soul CP Chan, what shall Steven eat before he leaves? A hang glider. Just slices of hang glider. Yeah, I don't know. I might pass on that one, Eddie.